stop. I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my stage. I'm finna give her a good shot with my case. She want the Mew Mew. She want the E-shake. 12 months, but I need an extra one. You wouldn't know a rep if you're next to one. It's young, I mean it, baby, I ain't like the rest of them. She a fanatic for that dun. Yeah, new house in the hills. Fine, waiting for me down in Brazil. 5, had to go on for the kill. It's 5 plus 8, you know the deal.
With a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
It's a skinny leg legend.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we get this season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler pass to kick off for Buffalo.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. Mackey. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Just to break down there defensively, it looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
They'll run. Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Mackey. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Panther Street, Panther Street.
Operating from the gun. Mackey. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Muscles by at the 25. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
56.
Off play action. Allen going to run with it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. Second and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 39-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So, and got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown Miami. Jalen Waddle, 61 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Bills nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
It's taken to the 26. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Mackey throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now they'll shift things around. From the gun on 3rd down. Mackey looks up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
I'm shaking my head a little bit as an ex-DB, but I'm also nodding because any edge you can get as a receiver, you take it. Runs a stutter go there, about 12 yards downfield, then chops his feet like he's breaking off his route. And then he takes off and goes downfield again. Excellent job selling it, and it leads to a big gain.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
56, 56.
That's good for the Bills. First down.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. As CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Achane gets it from the gun. He stiff-arms him, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
It looks like they'll move things around here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambled for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Achane fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Back to throw. Mackey. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Throwing to start the drive. Mackey. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And some room to work. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down in the yard. H-in here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Pushing his way inside the 40. Still going. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jaden Williams, 64 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Pass on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Dolphins 24, Bills 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left.
To the right side and intercepted. Hook made by Terrell Bernard. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
At the 21-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They try again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
319! Regular. Alert! That's it!
Here's Allen. And this is caught for the Bills touchdown. Jaden Higgins as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Bills 28, Dolphins 24. Tyler Bass, the kick.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Mackey. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay a 4-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot before break. Mackey. And it's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Alert, alert, alert!
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 48 yards. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Dolphins 24. Tyler Bass to kick off for the Bills.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Mackey. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a first down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
2nd and 15. And this is caught. Jennings. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Finds Pickens out right. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. George Pickens, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 4.
Dolphins 31. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Hey, tight. Half 85. What's that?
Allen off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead out to 11.
Dolphins 31.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now they'll change things up. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw again. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
39. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
throwing to start the drive. Mackey. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Miami.
Here we go. Nike, 18.
And now an audible here into something else. Back to throw now on first down. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Back to throw. Mackey. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
Going to George Pickens. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and
1. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now.
Let's go.
They'll run for it with Achane. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's 1st and goal. Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a group that's well aware of what's going on the scoreboard right now. Excellent work by them to push them back. That defense, they want to make sure the worst they come out of this with is a field goal and a tie game.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game.
42.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is because they've got to push it downfield.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Allen. That's caught by Shakir. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
All 52. Alert, alert.
Here's Allen. Pass complete to Higgins. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey, home. Gun. Middle.
Allen. That is caught by Shakir. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
4 yards.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This is 1st and 10.
Stop. Regular. 180.
Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Dolphins, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.